Check 1 2, check 1 2. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is. Another episode. I'm back. People. I'm back. It's been a minute. First things first. My peoples come first. My people, those that are here, those that are no longer here, always thought of and remembered. And listen, all amazing to be here. I do want to shout this out. The little somber news. So on future shows, whether I do the whole members or whatever, you guys will get to know Vader Games in a different way. But my early days was very involved with regards to the sport of track and field. And on this upcoming Saturday, my high school club coach unfortunately passed away. Coach Sahadith passed away, and he was incredibly influential in me being able to be Vader Games today. So he challenged me. He was able to propel me to be able to do amazing things, and he's passed, and he's influenced so many before me as well as after, and I just want to acknowledge him. Every show I do acknowledge my peoples that are here and no longer here. So I want to shout out R.I.P. Coach Sahadith. Now, I'm back with another episode. This is 115. If you're new to the channel, 115 is one question, 15 minutes. All right. The whole studio thing I got to clean up. I know a few things have been adjusted, even my camera. Why is it saying Vader Games on here? Let me take that off. I don't need that. But we are back. And this show in particular, I'm going to start the counter. And when I start the counter, please know, I'm going to waffle on. All right. I'm going to ramble on with regards to my thoughts, my ideas. And my thoughts today is to address why Manchester City will challenge the title favorites, Liverpool and Arsenal. I'm going to give my takes. I'm going to give my suggestions. I'm also going to want to talk to the fan base to try to just calm things down and have a certain perspective. But the next 15 minutes, I'm going to allow for the back and forth. Y'all talking to me being up in the comments, we going back and forth. Much appreciated. But every show, what I do first, every show, I got to shout out. I got to show love to those who show love as well. And the very first in the comments, the person that was like, listen, Vader's live. Let me drop in the comments. Let me show them the support, is my girl, DC, in the building. She goes, Vader is back and better than ever. You know what you have to do. People, come on. Hit the like button. Subscribe. I'm going to make it a mission. I'm going to make it a mission that expect Vader Games TV to be live around this time. 11:30 consistently, in terms of if I'm going to be live, it's going to be during that time. I think I can get away with it because it's a little bit before East Coast. It's a little bit before lunch. I think I can get my half an hour, 45, maybe an hour of show. All right. So I'm going to try to do that as consistent as I can. But love to DC always. She goes, all fans are welcome. Just keep the banter respectful. That's it. We can go back and forth. Listen, you can see the platinums here. I'm grown. I don't get annoyed easily. And I know that there's a lot of different people. There's a lot of different ages on YouTube. Not everyone has that same respect. But please, when you come onto this show, be respectful with regards to comments. Ed in the building. Large up, Ed. Letty in the building. Hi, everyone. You know what it is. Listen, the intro's kind of clean, and I got another one. Listen, my minion, my little prince, is working on one for me. So we'll see what happens. I do have to update it because I made that one when when the season of 2024-2025 wasn't decided yet, and obviously we know who won that. So I gotta update the visuals. But yeah, bless. Listen, let me make sure I get everything up. I gotta take that out. Start that cleanly. And subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, be a part of the show. What I'm going to talk about, and it's important why I got these two people on screen. All right. The reason, many reasons, but the main reason, and let me start this clock here. Let me start this clock also. Let me do this so everyone Everyone knows.
Vader, Vader, Vader game.
All right, the clock started. 115. One question, 15 minutes. Why Manchester City will challenge the title favorites? No arguing. Let's not do this. The title favorites are Liverpool and Arsenal. We've heard it. You've heard it so many times on why Liverpool are favorites. You've heard it many times on why Arsenal are also considered favorites. But more importantly, between those two clubs, there's also the must win. But I'm going to explain why City can challenge these two clubs that must win based off of what they did in the offseason and even what they're doing currently within the season. But these two people, and I know there's a lot more. I know there's a lot more people involved with Manchester City, but I want to highlight these two specifically. Pep, we know. Pep, the man, the maestro, orchestrates everything. Make sure that everything is well synchronized. Make sure that players are moving, players movement, player rotation, right? All that is managed by this guy. He's key. He's key. And I think amongst the many demands that'll happen this season, to have to navigate between all of the cup runs, to have to navigate with regards to trusting on players that'll be needed for week 30, week 31, all the way to week 38, as well as us competing in the other cups, I think Pep is going to be the one to have the best possible rotation. We may not all agree. I definitely know a large portion of the Manchester City fan base will not agree with Pep's decisions on who to start, right? He's always to start the strongest players, quote unquote. We have a squad for a reason. We need this rotation. The rotation was on display in the Champions League. I don't know how any City fans are going to argue on the results that we got, and we got the results because of the vision of the manager. I know not everybody, but the majority. I don't want to see Rico Lewis on that pitch, right? The majority of the fan base lose their minds. Oh, Bernardo Silva, he's past it. Why does he keep playing him? Listen. All those same questions. Does anyone have an issue with Mateus Nunes? No, he's gotten better. He's been trusted, and now he's playing that role well, right? Yeah, you can continue to crash it on the club. Where's my right back, right? Where's my right back? But trust this manager to get things right. And I'm gonna get to the comments. Trust me. Just let me flow on this one. But the manager is a big reason why we need to be confident with us challenging against the favorites. Another thing that we need to keep in mind, and we need to appreciate it in the moment, please. Appreciate what we're seeing from this man. Erling Haaland is doing the impossible. And this is not being extra, guys. This is not exaggerating. What Haaland is doing with this goal scoring, his involvement is insane. I think these two players, and obviously we're going to have to lean on others. We need Rodri healthy back. We need to be able to get Marmoush, Cherki, Aït-Nouri, and Reinders, new additions for the exits of a Gundogan and KDB. We're going to need to lean on these players, but in particular, it looks like there's a mission. Maybe something's been written on Haaland's, what is it? His wish board, right? But this guy's dialed in. He's scoring goals at a ridiculous rate. And if we are going to continue to remain to be title challengers against these favorites of Liverpool and Arsenal, it's going to require him. I also want to point out why we're going to challenge is because it's uncharted territory. Like when I say it's uncharted territory, I want to put it in the realm of retaining a title is so difficult, but it's also so new to Liverpool. No disrespect, but and again, I know if you want to do the life of football, the 130 plus years, I get it. They've retained the title before, but not this group, right? Not this group of players that they have. And I don't know if some will want to say that this Liverpool is better than their past Liverpool teams, but their past team that won the Prem weren't able to retain it. I don't know if one would say that this team is better than that one. They definitely had a better transfer window. They had the best transfer window anyone's ever seen, right? But to retain it, it's different. And I think because of that little bit of vulnerability, because we don't know how they're going to deal with that pressure, I think this gives us a little bit of a little bit of an advantage to go and chase them. And then you have the must. I'm going to get to the comments. Trust me, I will. Hit that like button, people. And then you have the must, right? The must from an Arsenal standpoint. Let me hit you guys with.
Can you earmuff it for me? We are going to get so...
All right, so while I'm doing this, Arsenal fans, you're not going to want to hear this, okay? While I'm doing this, don't listen to what I have to say. When I remove my hands, then you know it's free to say. But Arsenal fans, you must, and you must because of, again, the amount of trust that's been given to Mikel Arteta, rightfully so. He's earned it, right? He's earned that trust. And then on top of that, you got to think of the amount that's been invested. The amount that's been invested, it can't be anything but a Prem title. These are a must. And then the last but not least, it's been way too long, right? You guys have bantered so many clubs with regards to the drought that they've had. Your last Prem was 2004. It's way too long. This is another reason why they must, all right? Now, Arsenal fans, you can listen again. The emphasis here is uncharted territories, added pressure with, they got to strike now when the iron's hot. That results into mistakes. That results into the added pressure that may make chasing easier for us. That may make Liverpool trying to retain, Arsenal must doing it a little more difficult. Let me go to the comments real quick because I want to shout you out. Good looking out. Letty in the building. Nick, sound low. Really? My mic sounds low. All right, hold on. Let me do check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if that's better in the comments. Good looking out. Thank you for that. I'll also, let me open up my, StreamYard's changed. Volume. Is that loud enough? Hit me with the Y, hit me with a no. Hit me with a Y, hit me with an N, if that's the case. Zane in the building. Arsenal are definitely title favorites because they're the most consistent so far. They're top of the league as well. They gotta be favorites. They have that must tag as well. Nice, good looking out. I'll adjust the sound. Hopefully that was good for everybody. And everyone, please, again, comments like that, much appreciated. Letty, I missed this one. Letty goes, I say we are winning all the games leading up to Liverpool game. And if we beat Liverpool, we ain't challenging. We are winning the whole damn thing. Letty, if we win every game leading into the Liverpool game, if we win the Liverpool game, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's at home. If we win the Liverpool game at home, you're going to go from challenging to we're winning the whole damn thing. All right. Not mad at that confidence. Not mad at it at all. But I think the challenging portion of us with regards to this, and actually let me adjust this because I don't like that 0. I'm doing something on the fly here. Let me put this here. Yeah, because I didn't like how that was looking. But if we happen to go on this run, I agree. But right now, I'm just looking at things right now. There's a future on where we could end up going. But as of right now, how we're looking in Champions League, good. Comfortable. You can tell that Pep is looking and he's challenging these players early. This is what I absolutely love. And this is what some fans and rival fans, when they're looking at their own clubs, the manager can't just play the best 11 every game. Sometimes, based off of the matchup, you're going to give players, it's not even a shot. It's not even like a chance. It's like, we know, let's be honest here. We know there's way too many games played throughout a season. You can't burn these players out. You also can't put these players, what I would call getting them into the red line, right? The red line is if you're driving, the car goes into too many RPMs. You can't push these players into the red line too early because you're going to need to rely on them late. having players that are kind of trusted to maybe do certain instructions that you haven't seen them do, but see whether they can do. This is why Pep's the master. And this is why I think if we just settle down, if we allow Pep to have his unorthodox methods, his stubbornness, his favorites, whatever you want to call it, if you just allow him to have the starting 11s that he wants, continue to see how he makes his changes, have confidence that he's going to eliminate. Oh, I can't do that. I can't have this combination of players. I can't do this with these players against this opponent or this style of play. Let him figure this out. And let us get to this point where we can confidently say we're challenging. Zane goes, we're still in the race, Vader. Don't count us out, even though we still got some problems. Zane, I ain't count you out. Listen, look at my title right here. You guys are still favorite. Liverpool and Arsenal are still favorites in my eyes, despite this little blip, despite this hiccup, right? The stumble that you guys had. Look at what you guys just did against Frankfurt. On another show, on CIA, I'll hit you with the agendas. I'll hit you with the agendas with regards to why. But on this one, 115, one question, 50 minutes. Absolutely, you guys are still in the mix. You got way too much quality not to. You're also title holders. I would not discredit the fact that you have won the Prem, right? The fact that you won the Prem does something amongst the club, amongst the players, and obviously the confidence in Arne Slot. Now I want to ask you guys this: Is there anything you see within City that has you questioning our ability to challenge? And I'm going to say that just because Letty said it a little earlier. Winning the damn, how do you put it? Winning the whole damn thing. Now, is the whole damn thing just the Prem, or is the whole damn thing the competition that we're going into? And I'm not saying we're going to go out and win a quad, but is there multiple trophies in this winning the whole damn thing? I personally think that we got to pick and choose. The players, I don't think we quite have the confidence and the depth to really go and attack multiple trophies. I think we're going to have to pick and choose. And obviously picking and choosing happens a little later in the season. Picking and choosing is also a reason why, or is also going to be a method that we have to take up, because we need to manage this guy. We need to manage Haaland. We know Haaland has something that's going to come up. There's going to be something coming up, whether it's going to be muscular. Hopefully something is just muscular and they could be phased out pretty early, but we know he's going to need some time, right? Marmoush back healthy is great. I don't think that if it means the whole damn thing, which is winning 2 major trophies or 2 big trophies, example, Prem and FA, I don't know if we do that. I don't know. Zane goes, one obvious thing, the fact that Erling seems to be the only one who puts in the... Yeah, that's true. How do I put this? I'm not too concerned with everything going through Haaland, because if you have a weapon like this, you need to go through it. You need to emphasize his dominance. But you would like to see some more scoring from others. But again, when you look at what happened when we were all healthy, and I get it, early season, we played Wolves, it's not quite a proper barometer, but we had scoring from Reinders, we were getting scoring from Cherki, right? Foden. I think if we have to go elsewhere, we can. I'm gonna be real with you, Zane. If we have to go elsewhere for goals, I think we can. But Haaland's too much of a weapon. Letty in the building, he goes, I'm eyeing 2 trophies this season. I like how you phrase that. You're eyeing 2. Okay. I want the League Cup. I want the Carabao Cup. I want that. I want that. If that's one of the 2 that you're mentioning, okay. If not, but I want the Carabao Cup. I want that early one. I want the new additions that have come to this club to experience that winning. Oh, that's new. I didn't even realize that was going to be the case. Let me turn this off. I'm going to have to adjust that. I didn't realize that does that. But I do want the League Cup. Obviously, I want the Prem if we can, but it's going to be probably going to be the most difficult. It's going to be the most difficult to do. Letty also goes, I want the League Cup so we can build. Yeah, listen, we're on the same page, Letty. That's why, hey, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for obviously dropping that like. Good looking out. But we're on the same page. We get the League Cup. All right? Get that momentum. Continue to not have the disaster that we did in Champions League. And the reason why I say that is I want us to still play our brand of football, still have our confidence with regards to, and not only just our confidence, but our rhythm in terms of how we play. And then we can apply that to how we play in the FA Cup, how we play in the Prem. If we go League Cup, if we go arm's reach, right? If we go arm's reach for the Prem and look to apply that pressure around April, right? Early April, within arm's reach, when the club's got to deal with Champions League as well as the Prem, let's take our chances on that one. Nick's on the same page. Zane goes, Arsenal are more consistent with the set piece. Haaland is more consistent with the goals, and we don't have a weapon yet. Ooh, Zane, Ekitike looks to be the weapon, but I think here's the thing, and this is the Q&A portion. This is what I interact with the comments, and I'm gonna be on point because like I did, 50 minutes with me, 115, 50 minutes. I'm gonna talk with you guys, but here's the thing, Zane. You're seeing how you have the weapons, but your manager is now being challenged because until this last game, I think this manager struggled with how he was going to drop certain players. And obviously, he was like, screw it. He dropped Mo Salah in a Champions League game. He dropped him, right? And I think it came out report-wise, but he took off Isak, I think, because of injury. But even at the same time, look at how Ekitike is playing. I think this manager is trying to figure out, okay, I got these new additions. How do I manage these egos? How do I manage? Because the price tag's real, Zane. The price tag's real. It's not like, oh, regardless of, like when some fans say, I don't care what they cost, just bring them to my club. The cost influences how often they play. It influences how they're critiqued, how they're judged, how they're reviewed. I think this manager was having a little struggle with that. It's going to be interesting to see how he manages moving forward. Zane, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it true that Mo Salah removed his connection to Liverpool on his social media? That's alarming. But it looks like this manager was struggling with what is life post Salah, or what is best for the club, not maybe best for these individual players that have these unique price tags or unique circumstances on how they came to your club. But you guys got no excuses. You guys must, similar to Arsenal. I think with all of those headaches now, I'm going to be real. Sometimes it's not everything that happens on the pitch. On the pitch, I think we can compete with everybody. You guys in the chat, if you guys happen to disagree, let me know. But I think as questioned City were with regards to our keeper, come on, that's been put to bed. As questioned as we were defensively, I think system-wise, I think we can be in the mix with everybody. If you want to go player to player, I think there's better defensive talent over at Arsenal. I think with the only exception is with Van Dijk. Van Dijk's phenomenal, right? But even defensively, I think we probably have the better individuals defensively at City. And I think that also speaks to, I think, where we are in terms of our defense. Very similar, but I think we're performing slightly better than Liverpool. And then you go midfield. Healthy, I'm going to take my chances, but healthy is the question. Rodri's health is in question. And Nico Gonzalez right now, his health is in question. But I think when you want to talk everybody healthy, everybody in form, I'm gonna take my chances with City. But that health question is a big one. I'm gonna get to the comments. Give me a sec. And then when you also think of the attack, now we're gonna be City fans. We're gonna be bombarded with Haaland's gonna. Everyone's gonna tell us Haaland is due for an injury, right? He always has an injury. What is City gonna do? That's when City's gonna drop off. I think the manager finds the solution, but it is a matter of health again. We gotta, because our really true only striker backup would be Marmoush. Everybody else would have to do like a false nine. Or does Pep trust our youth youngster, right? Does he trust our youth youngster in playing nine? I don't know. But that's where, from an attack standpoint, I hear everybody. Liverpool, probably strongest depth in terms of attack. Arsenal, best depth across the board. But in terms of like prominent Ballon d'Or-esque talent, that's obviously where we have the advantage. Let me go to the comments. Nick goes, it's still early to write anybody out, but I just have the confidence that City will win the league or the UCL. I don't know why. The UCL. When you say the UCL, I kind of, there's like an alert that goes off. It's too early for me to say. It's too early for me to say with regards to the UCL, but I do want to see us continue. I do get when I see the performance of yesterday, I do get this kind of there's this like aura, like there's this heavenly. If Haaland loves these Champions League moments, he really does, and I think it's inspiring to have good form in that to carry over into the Prem, but the management between the two, I don't know. I don't know about the UCL. I don't know about the UCL. Letty, come April, if we are still 3 points off the league leaders, I trust us to win the league title. But the UCL is gonna, yeah, I agree. 3 points. Oh, 3 points. I'm gonna be wilding out. I'm gonna be mad hype if we're 3 points just in April. I haven't even gone. Listen, not on this show. On CIA, right? On CIA Intelligent Agendas. When we go in with the details. We go in with the analysis, the information. I'm gonna go and see what the fixture list might look like. Obviously, we don't know who we might be matched up with, but in terms of maybe days on, playing every 3 days, and who might be depending on where in the UCL. That's where I got confidence in how we manage it versus our rivals, but we got to wait and see. Our defense is getting better game by game. It is. And I think it was overstated with how poor our defense was. Obviously, with the addition of Donnarumma, with how we've chosen to play, I think we're a lot more content with it's not there. We're not going to invite pressure. We're kicking it long. And it's also helped in terms of systematically on where we play some of those long passes with regards to Haaland being prepared for putting that pressure on the defense. You know what I mean? Zane, have you noticed, Vader, with the Champions League, the speed is a lot quicker and teams don't care about defending? I have. It's a lot more open. It's a lot more until you play maybe an Arsenal in the Champions League or an Atletico. And even that game, it's cagey, it's tight until one goal scored and then teams go to try to win. But yeah, the pace, the more open style of play, absolutely. Now that I think that'll change obviously with the knockout stage, but they're a huge difference. In the UCL, you need luck on your side. Portion of it being on that right side of the draw, you know what I mean? Who's available based off of suspensions, who's available based off of, or not available based off of injury. The Italian Walt has been brilliant. Listen, he's been incredible. I still question many who said he's not a Pep player. I still question many that said he's not good enough for City. But sometimes it's about playing a role. Sometimes it's about, okay, here's how we're going to change what we used to do. If we were playing the same way, yeah, Donnarumma doesn't work. If we were going to be very intricate, try to play out from the back every time, right, then yeah, it wouldn't make sense. But we adapt. Players adapt. Players improve. Yeah, I like his personality as well. He's very commanding, right? I like his display of dominance when it comes down to, or confidence, I should say, when it comes down to corners. He really goes after it. Zane, listen, the conversation with regards to what the prem is with long throws, set pieces, it's different. It's different, and it's good. When something has been done long enough, and then you bring it back, then there's the adjustment that's required. And I think for the teams that have had success with the set pieces, had success with the long throws, it's because, well, we realize that not many teams are preparing against it, so you can have an advantage. And to be honest, you guys did your thing in the Champions League. Now, I'm the first to say it's been an inconsistent run with regards to the show, with regards to the channel, and I'm doing my best to find that sweet spot, right? Hopefully you guys catch me when I do rep. I do feature on some other channels. I do my best to rep Manchester City. I do my best to defend not only my club, my manager, my players, and even defending the Manchester City fan base. So hopefully you guys like that, and I'll do my best to, if you see me tagged up, be in the chat. Let them know in the chat you're here for Vader. Or you're here to help rep Manchester City. Good looking out. I see my gal in the building. Good looking out. We're actually caught up live. She goes, "Hey Vader, how are you?" Well, first of all, Rose, I'm very good. I hope you are as well. I'm just loving the direction City is going in. This team is gelling wonderfully. Listen, I agree. Things can't always happen instantly. You can see the progression. You can see how, with a little bit of patience, with a little bit of even like benefit of the doubt. I'm not even saying trust, right? I know there's some fans that don't want to trust manager, player, or the club, but just a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Just give the benefit of the doubt and see where we go from there. Donna in the building. Mr. Vader, how are you? I'm very good. Good looking out, Donna. Mr. Vader, I thought I'm your you thought you're my gal? Rose is my gal. Donna, Rose is my gal. DC's my girl. Donna, I mean, more shows, more conversation. We'll see what happens. Donna, you should donate to this channel too. Listen, I'm not at that level yet, Nick. When she does, but it's all good. Good looking out. No need to be jealous. It's all good out there. Letty in the building. Letty's losing it. Now, I'm so glad that you guys were all able to be a part of the channel. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. But I want to do this and remind. So there's been an update with how I'm gonna do things. I want to do my best and make this time 11:30 my time, local time, so that would mean 3:30, 4 o'clock out there for you guys, obviously before the time change and everything like that. But I think this could be where, listen, let me see what Vader's saying. Let me tune in, right? Obviously I've got this show 115, one question, 15 minutes. I talk, ramble on, like to hear myself speak for 15 minutes, and then the next 15 I'm interacting with you guys, and much appreciative of it. What is Zane saying here? Also defending yourself, Vader, to quote unquote gaslighting. If you know, Zane, if you know, you know. I don't provoke. And if I need to defend and it's considered gaslighting as I'm defending, then it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, Donna, we've got time. We've got more conversations to have. When it is what it is, it will be what it will be. I always appreciate you being on the show and your comments. You always bring a laugh. You always bring a smile. But I've got the 115, and funny enough, this is the anniversary. Today is the anniversary of the versus United, the 6-1 versus United, which inspired this. And mind you, I got to change the topics, but it inspired this show. It inspired this show. Why Always Me? Now, this isn't a Why Always Me. Why Always Me will be a show that I'm going to want to kick off in the very near future. I'm going to address many topics. These topics here you see on the 115 are things that I'm going to want to tackle down the road. And you guys all have a say in this. If you guys want, like Vader, next show, you need to speak on da-da-da. Please, be free. I try to stay also relevant with regards to what I want to discuss. But the 115, you guys have a say. You guys can be in the comments, Vader. Oh, you know what? You need to talk about this FSG. You need to talk about them being efficient winners. You do all that. But yeah, shout out to not a year ago, but on this day, the 6-1 versus United. Inspired that show. Why Always Me? Shout out to my man, and I see Zane in the building. He agrees. Shout out to the man, Mario Balotelli. Absolutely incredible, phenomenal game. Great moment as well. But we've got 115. We got Why Always Me, and I'm working on how I'm going to change up my panel game. My panel game is going to be a little different, but the CIA intelligent agendas is going to be coming back. It's going to be coming back. I'm going to make sure that I got Kim. I'm going to make sure that I got, hopefully I can get Patrick to pop in, Gun DeLorean, Conway, Professor Hamza, Kells. I also want, maybe not on screen, maybe not on video, but I'm really trying to get, and Rose, I'm really trying to get Good Soup in the mix. I'm trying to get Good Soup's take with regards to, because she hears all what the rivals are saying, and it'd be really good to get her take with regards to CIA. But yeah, I've been blessed with so many great people to be able to be part of the show. Obviously, Martin Men, CUNY and Way to be able to pop through. Pablo, we'll see whether those guys can come through. Clinical, it's been a minute since we've talked, but I want to see what he's saying. But I got to get CIA back. Omar in the building. He goes, big up, good looking out. Another one. Subscribe to Omar's channel, Omar TV. Go and subscribe over there. Great content. I'm interested to see what he thinks of the Champions League. And we're going to have to link up sometime soon as well. But we've got some great shows that are going to be working out from a panel standpoint. The Why Always Me. We'll float around with one or two guests on that one. The CIA, and the CIA is going to have a little bit of a twist. But subscribe so you don't miss out on what that is. And again, I want to bless and thank each and every one of you for being a part of the show. Make sure you're part of the comments and share this out. Let people know. Listen, Vader Games has got a show. He's got a few shows. He just went live, and what we got now. My next 115, because our next game, we're going to have to deal with Swansea from a game standpoint. You know what? Maybe my 115, my next 115 should be, my next 115 is going to be how, obviously, the result. I'm going to wait for the result post Aston Villa. We'll do 115. So on Sunday, look out for a show Sunday for sure. Because that'd be great to talk post Aston Villa and pre Swansea. All right. Bless each and every one of you guys. I wish I had a proper outro. I'm going to work on this outro too. You guys enjoyed. Spartacus in the building. I didn't see you, my guy. Evening Vader, how you doing? Hey, I'm blessed. I am blessed I was telling everybody in the chat, I'm going to do my best to be consistent. I think this is going to be my time frame. If you got other channels that you happen to go check out, right? You're accustomed to seeing whatever. That's cool. Pop in, show some love, right? Hear what I have to say. Another reason why Always Me was made is because I have, maybe one might say poor takes, one might say unique takes, unusual, but the Why Always Me also, I tend to think of things a little differently. So pop in, get a different opinion, and also sometimes if you need to hear something that you want to take back and deal with some of these rivals, I hope you tune in. My gal goes, Vader, your wish is my command. Ready when you are. All right, good looking out. We are gonna make that happen because we hear a lot. We hear a lot, and I think we need to deal with a few things. And I understand that some are more or less comfortable being on camera, but at least a voice would be great. Great Manchester City fan. Spartacus goes, asking how Donna is. Let's call it unique takes, shall we? Yeah, I got unique takes. And sometimes I'm provoked. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm provoked, which has me go down the rabbit hole, doing my research to find out, okay, this is what you're saying about my club. This is what I'm going to say about yours. Sometimes I go that route. So when I have that type of energy, please don't miss out. Come be a part of this show, be a part of this channel. But good looking out, each and every one of you. This is probably going to be the time slot where I'm going to look to do the most of my content. 4 o'clock-ish, time zone dependent, with regards to the UK. All right. Bless to each and every one of you guys. Let me see my outro on the way. So this is a few. If you haven't been a part of this channel, here's some of my back in the day or previous thumbnails, and look at the transformation of Vader Games with regards to not only topic wise, but even, I guess, how I've aged on YouTube. Bless each and every one of you. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.